actual sums, I just want you to revise first of all what you have done so far. See, what you need to do is whenever you whenever you start the sum of break-even analysis, what you need to do is whatever formulas you know for break-even analysis, you need to make sure that you just write it somewhere in the right hand side of the your answer book or wherever you are doing the sum. So what you have to do is just write down the formulas of whatever things you know about break-even analysis. So I just write here the basic formulas. What was the first basic formula that we learned? BP is equal to F upon C. BP is equal to F upon C, where C is equal to S minus V. I'm writing on the Jamboard. Kindly open it for those students who have not opened it yet. We can just have a look at the Jamboard, what I'm doing on it, so that you will have a clear idea about what I'm saying just now. Okay. So these are the basic formulas that we have already seen. We have done one or two examples related to it. Now, along with this, we also saw one another formula that when you have to find sales or when you have to find profit, there is another formula that is F plus P upon C, or when there is loss, then it is F minus L upon C. I hope you are able to understand and remember these formulas. You can easily make out these formulas. You don't have to even remember, you don't have to make any efforts to remember it. Am I clear so far? Then which other formula we discussed the other day? When I discussed the basics of this chapter, what was the another formula that we discussed? We discussed one more formula, that is margin of safety. Very good. Preeti, very good. It is margin of safety. Margin of safety formula is sales minus BEP sales. Or you can just write sales minus BEP. Okay. So I hope you are very much confident with these formulas, at least to start with. These are just the beginning of the formulas that we are going to have in this chapter, but they are basics. Means once you understand these thoroughly, then only you will be able to understand some advanced formulas, or you can make out, looking at the example, what kind of formula you need to use to get to the answer. Okay. So let us start with our sum. Okay, let us begin. Variable expenses, or you can just say V 3600, V 3600, F 1200, F 1200, F 1200, you written variable expenses 3600, fixed expenses 1200. Your sales are rupees 6000. Your sales are rupees 6000. Find out sales to earn a profit of 1800. Find out sales to earn a profit of 1800. Okay, I'm repeating the question for those who have not missed anything. Variable expenses 3,600, fixed expenses 1,200, sales is 6,000. Find out sales required to earn a profit of 1,800. Okay, I repeat the question again. Variable expenses rupees 3,600, fixed expenses rupees 1,200, sales is rupees 6,000. Find out the sales required to earn a profit of 1,800. Find out sales required to earn a profit of 1,800. Can you just try it out? We have done similar sum wherein you are given some expected profit and you are supposed to find out the sales.
Sir, 1.25.
What is this 1.25? They want you to find out sales required to earn a profit of rupees 1,800. Okay, come with me on Jamboard. Okay, here we can apply the formula. Here we can apply the formula of sales is equal to F plus P upon C. Right, this is the formula you applied to get the answer of 1.25.
Yes, sir.
Right. So if you put the values, whatever values they have given, you will get the answer. That is 1.25. See, Ria is saying 5.75. You will get some weird answers. Why? Because we are not using the correct formula. This formula, sales is equal to F plus P upon C, is useful only when you have C per unit. And to find C per unit, you will require S per unit, selling price per unit, and you will require V per unit. If you have all these things, then only you can go with this formula. So we are about to derive a new formula that when you don't have the per unit selling price per unit, when you don't have the per unit variable cost per unit, so you cannot find out per unit contribution per unit. Per unit contribution is not possible in this example. So in this example, the formula changes. The formula changes when you don't have per unit variable and selling. So the formula will be BP is equal to F plus, sorry, B for BP it will be just F upon PV. And when you have to find sales, then the formula will be F plus P upon PV. Now don't just think, oh, what is this new terminology? P oblique V, I'm writing again and again. So PV is profit volume ratio. See, we are beginning with the chapter, so you need to understand every new concept thoroughly. So what does profit volume ratio mean? Volume ratio is nothing but the proportion of variable cost included in sales. Profit volume ratio is nothing but basically it's the contribution ratio. You can also call this as contribution ratio. So when you don't have contribution per unit, you can make use of contribution ratio. So how do you find out contribution ratio? So for contribution, your formula was S minus V. So your PV ratio, or you can say contribution ratio, is equal to S minus V upon S. S minus V upon S. I hope you have understood this PV ratio. Now let us just try to use this formula in our sum, and then we can find out the answer for this example. Okay. So first of all, we need to find PV ratio. PV ratio is equal to S minus V upon S. In our example, 6000 minus V is 3600 upon 6000. So what is your PV ratio?
0.4.
Answer of 40%.
Sir, there will be a into 100 in PV ratio.
Sorry, just write into 100. Into 100. So you solve. What is your answer here?
40%.
40%. Right. Now put this 40% in this formula. That sales is equal to F plus P upon PV. So your F in this example is
1200.
1200 plus profit
1800.
upon your PV is 40%. So what is your answer? Final answer?
500. 7500.
Yes. 7. See, when you divide, what you need to do is 3000 divided by 14 and then press the percentage button. Then only you'll get this answer. Rupees 7500. Now, if you remember, when we did the sum with the previous formula, the old formula, we used to get the answer of BP in rupees, sorry, units. And when we are using this formula, we are getting answer in rupees. So always remember this logic. By which formula you get the answer in what terms. So by the first formula that we did for break even point, that is F upon C, you get the answer always in unit. Now when that formula is useful, only and only when you have per unit data available. If you don't have per unit data available, you are given the lump sum amounts of variable and sales, then you need to go with this PV ratio formula. Understood? Contribution ratio or PV ratio. So we add to our for list of formulas that the formulas that we have learned so far. So the next formula that we derived is PV ratio, where PV is equal to S minus V upon S in 200, and by using PV we can find out BEP is equal to F upon PV. And when you need to find sales, you have to write sales is equal to F plus P upon PV. Are you getting a little bit of whatever we have discussed so far? See, this is just the initial lecture, so it may happen that you don't understand everything, but don't worry, gradually you'll come to know everything about it. But just keep in mind the basic concept, how the formulas work, and then you will get to the answer. Okay, next example. Next example. Find out. Find out. Number one, break even. Break even sales Find out break-even sales in rupees. Find out break-even sales in rupees. Number 2, sales in units. Number 2, sales in units to make a profit of rupees 60,000. Sales in units to make a profit of 60,000. Next, if the selling price per unit is reduced by 10%, if selling price per unit is reduced by 10%, then the new break-even sales just leave a line and below that write down selling price per unit, selling price per unit, selling price per unit, rupees 20. Material and labor cost per unit 11. Material and labor cost per unit 11. Variable overheads per unit. Variable overheads per unit rupees 3. Factory overheads. Factory overheads into bracket fixed. Factory overheads fixed 5,40,000. 5,40,000. Selling overheads fixed. Selling overheads fixed 2,52,000. 2,52,000. Okay, this is the example. Can you just find out the first point? That is break-even sales in terms of rupees. Okay, which formula can we use here? The basic formula or PV ratio formula for BEP? See, this is the good thing about the second formula, that is PV ratio formula. PV ratio formula can be used in both the situations. That is, whether you want to go for finding BEP with the help of PV ratio, you can use it in both situations if you have per unit data or if you do not have per unit data. But contribution ratio can only be used only and only when you have the per unit data available. Now, for this example, you can go with the C formula as well as PV formula. Both can work because here. So we go with the basic formula itself. So you tell me what will be BEP, but you need to remember one thing, that if you use the C formula, you will get the answer of BEP in units. So if they ask you to find out BEP in rupees, then make sure that after getting answer in rupees, you multiply it by the selling price per unit to get the BEP at in terms of rupees. You need to remember certain things when you solve these examples. Understood? So you tell me what is the BEP, units and rupees. Shall I repeat the entire question again, Pratha? Do you want me to repeat the question again? I was very slow while dictating, so I thought you must have written it without any mistake. Okay, let me just repeat the question quickly. First point, BEP sales in rupees. Second point, sales in units to make a profit of 60,000. Third point, selling price per unit is reduced by 10%, new BEP. Then instruction given is selling price per unit is 20, material labor per unit 11, variable overheads per unit 3. Factory overheads fixed 5,40,000 and selling overheads fixed 2,52,000. That's it. So is there anyone who has got the answer for break-even point in units and rupees? Wow, Jenny, you have typed the entire example. I'm going to paste it in the other group, other lecture link. Is there anyone who has got the answer? Let us do it on Jamboard then. Okay, let us begin. So, example number 2 of what we are doing in right now. So, first of all, you are required to prepare, find out BEP in rupees. So, I do it with the basic formula. You can use any of the formula. F upon C. Now, can anyone tell me what is the value of C? C is equal to S minus V. Our C is 20, sorry, S is 20 and V is 11 plus 3, 14. Material labor and variable overheads will be your variable expense. So that is 14. So your C comes out to 6 rupees. Your C comes out to rupees 6. Now just put the value in the formula. Your F is 5,40,000 plus 2,52,000. That will be 7,92,000. Upon your C, which is 6. So you get the answer. What is the answer of BEP in units? One lakh 32,000 units. Make sure you don't forget to express the answer in whatever terms you get it. If it is rupees, write rupees. If it is in units, write in units. Now they've asked you BEP sales in rupees. So BEP in rupees is 1,32,000 units into rupees 20 per unit. So now your BEP comes out to rupees 26,40,000. 26,40,000. Just look at the Jamboard. I am already doing it on the Jamboard itself. You can have a open Jamboard and with the link which I have shared and just see what I am writing on it. Are you all able to understand what I have done so far?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Sir,
Yes.
we used the F upon C formula for BEP, right?
Right.
So, isn't it only applicable when it comes to units? Because all the prices we are given by the fixed cost, it is in rupees, right?
No, I have talked about you. See, for F upon C formula, for using F upon C formula, you should have C per unit available. And to find C per unit, you should have S and V per unit available. F is fine. F will be a lump sum amount. It cannot be per unit. You should have S and V per unit available with you to use this formula F upon C. That's it.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Okay. Now, before we go ahead, let's just do it with the other formula also, so you get practice. So, what is our other formula? Our other formula is BP is equal to F upon PV, right? So, what is the formula of PV? PV is equal to S minus V upon S into 100. So, your 20 minus 14 upon 20 into 100. So, this will come out to 30%. Am I right? Now put the value of 30% here. F remains the same, 7,92,000 upon your PV, which is 30%. So what answer do you get? Same answer? Understood, all of you? I've used both the formulas in this example. Any doubts? Any doubts for the answers that we have got so far? Are you getting, all of you? Okay. Now, let us go ahead. What they have said is sales required in units to earn a profit of 60,000. Now, this is very easy. Now, this is very easy. Just use the formula of sales is equal to, this was number one, point number one. This was point number one. Now we are doing point number two. Sales is equal to F plus P upon C. You are asked units, so you can go with the formula of S is equal to F plus P upon C. So your F remains the same, 7,92,000 plus P. What is the profit they want? They want a profit of 60,000. And your C is 6. Can you get the answer for this?
1,42,000
1,42,000.
What is 1,42,000 rupees?
units.
Always remember, when you use this formula, when you use C formula, you will always get the answer in units. So your answer is 1,42,000 units. I hope all of you are getting the idea and the grip over the chapter slowly, gradually. Total fixed cost is 7,92,000. It is, see, effective overheads 5,40,000 plus selling overheads 2,52,000. So total fixed cost is 7,92,000, not 8 lakh. Did I make you write 5,48,000? Please make a correction then. It is 5,40,000. I just copy pasted what I saw in the chat box. So it is 5,40,000, not 48. Okay. I just copy pasted what Jenny wrote there. Jenny, you made a mistake here. 5,40,000 is your factory overheads fixed. Anyways, let's go ahead now. The third point. What they ask you in the third point? They want you to find out new break-even point if your selling price is reduced by 10%. Now see, first you need to find out new selling price. New selling price is 20 was the earlier selling price minus it reduces by 10%. So new selling price will be 18. All of you get able to get it. New selling price will be 18. Okay. So now you find out new C. New C is new S minus V. So new S is 18. The V remains the same 14. So your new C comes out to rupees 4. Now put this C in the formula. New BEP is equal to F remains the same upon new C. So F is 7,92,000 upon new C is 4. So what's the answer? Yes, it is 1,98,000 units. Clear with what we have done today in these two sums?
Yes, sir.
See, slowly and gradually you'll get the grip of this chapter. This is not a kind of a chapter that just one or two sums will do it for you, because it's not a standard sum that you will get. Every sum will be different. The presentation of the sum will be different, and you need to find out by what formula you can get to the answer, because it all depends on what data is provided to you. Okay, shall we go on to the next sum? Okay, ready all of you? And do practice the sums after the class itself. Today, whatever we have done, just go through it again. Jamboard link is already available to you. You can just have a look at it whenever you get time today. To remember what we have done today is very important for the coming lectures. So, write on the next example. Material per unit 60, 60. Material per unit 60. Wages per unit, wages per unit 120. Material per unit 60, wages per unit 120. Variable charges per unit, variable charges per unit 100% of wages. Variable charges per unit 100% of wages. So how much will be the amount? Can anyone tell me? Variable charges per unit is 100% of wages. What will be the amount?
120.
120.
It's the same, right? I hope you understand this point. So what wages per unit was 120, and if they say variable charges per unit is 100% of wages, it means that it is exactly the same that is of wages. So that will also be 120. Okay, moving on. Fixed overheads. Fixed overhead 6 lakh. Fixed overhead 6 lakh. Selling price per unit 400. Selling price per unit 400. Now looking at the example, can you use C formula? Just tell me, looking at the example, it is possible to use C formula because per unit selling price and per unit variable both are given to you, right? Just try to understand the basics of the example just at looking at it. Okay, calculate break even sales, calculate break even sales, and number 2, sales to make a profit of rupees 1 lakh. Break even sales and sales to make a profit of 1 lakh. I hope all of you have written the example without any mistake and you get to the answer. This is the same thing that we have done today so far, so I guess you will be able to do this sum without any hassle. Let's see whether I get answer from division 1 first or division 3 first. I got the answer from division 1. 6,000 units is the BEP. 6,000 units is the BEP. Very good. Now I got the answer from division 3 as well. Akanksha has given it. So it is 6,000 units BEP. And the second answer, sales. Okay, second answer is 7,000 units. Very good. Now second answer I got from division 3 students first. Very good. Okay, so I guess you are getting a grip of what we have done so far. So in this chapter, what we have learned so far is the basic formula of BEP, that is F upon C. Then we have also understood in case you have to find a profit loss 5,000 units. What is this? I don't know what chat you are writing. The answers will be 6,000 for the point number 1 and 7,000 for point number 2. Shivani, you have to just use the formula. Sales is equal to F plus P upon C. So your F is 6 lakh plus profit 1 lakh upon your C, which is 400 minus 300, 100. So you have to just write 7 lakh divided by 100. So 7,000 units. There's nothing like loss or anything. I don't know what you have calculated. It's a straightforward example. Okay, so we did so far break-even basic formula. We have also done finding sales when the profit or loss is given to you. Then we saw the formula margin of safety, that is sales minus BP. Today we have learned another concept, that is when per unit data is not available to you, you need to go with the formula of PV, that is BP is equal to F upon PV, where PV is equal to S minus V upon S into 100. Okay. Understood to whatever we have done so far today. Practice these sums, these formulas, and try to remember them conceptually so that you can do the sums. Okay. So I have taken your attendance for both the classes. Thank you so much for today. See you in the next class. That's it for today.
सर
Thank you so much. Yes.
सर हमने ये जो सेल्स फाइंड किया है ये यूनिट में आएगा या रुपीस में
When you use the
7,000
formula of C, it is always in units. Just remember these things. When you use the formula of F plus P upon C, whenever you see the denominator C, your answer will always be in units. When